Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your likes, your comments, your subscribes, and your shares. I appreciate all of you. We're gonna jump right in and see what Spirit wants you to know. Please remember, these are a collective read. If it does resonate with you, please verify it with a personal read from somebody who does offer that. And with that, let's jump right in. Oops, yep, there it is. Spirit, what is it you would like the collective to know at this time? Please and thank you. We've got the Two of Swords and the Knight of Wands, both in the upright. So somebody's making difficult decisions and weighing their options, and they're a little unpredictable. They might be wanting to like choose somebody to be charming with. Somebody's trying to figure out who to be charming with, I guess. Where do they want to put their passion? What do they want to be passionate about? In the the challenge is a Ten of Swords in the upright. So whoever this is, there could be a painful ending. Choices. In the subconscious, we've got the Queen of Wands in the upright. Focused, having a zest for life, independent and determined. In the recent past, we've got the Chariot, so forward movement, a victory, a journey, intention and expectation. Ooh, Eight of Swords. The expectation is that causes a restriction for somebody. Somebody's having negative thoughts about this forward movement of another person. In the near future, we've got the Sun, positivity, pleasure, a rebirth, all is well. The lens that's being looked at or looked through is the Ace of Swords. So there's clarity, there's truth. In the environment, we've got a Five of Cups. So there's acceptance and moving on. The hope and fear. Hope and fear, we got the World and victory. So it's a completion of a cycle. There's been a victory. The truth is out. Somebody has to accept it. Move on. They're in sorrow over this loss. And the outcome, death. The ending. The end. The end. Those famous words at the end of an old-fashioned movie. The end. And new beginnings. Brand new beginnings. Brand new, balanced, harmonious beginnings. With financial stability and a lot of opportunities. Somebody might be in a state of illusion and in a tower because they're in a Five of Pentacles over this. So we've got purpose here. Difficult decisions, weighing options, energy, passionate, unpredictable charm. Somebody's got a purpose here. Their purpose is to charm somebody. They're challenged because they're in a Ten of Swords. They're challenged by privilege. Somebody of privilege put them in a Ten of Swords. This Queen of Wands, perhaps. Courage and confident. Oh. Prophecy, something about prophecy. The Chariot, a victory, forward movement, departure. Oh. Victory over a witch, maybe? There's the expectation of an Eight of Swords. Victim mentality, negative thoughts. About a leader or about a leadership position. We got the Sun, a rebirth, all is well. The chickens here. Now, let me just clarify this real quick, okay? You know, because oftentimes I say, oh, the chicken leader, blah, 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 right? Well, we don't always think about that as come on, baby. What are you doing? All right, look out, boy. Look out. So when chicken enters, it does so with trepidation, head down, focused on pecking pellets in the sand. At chicken's core is a powerlessness, helplessness, or an inability or a reluctance to step out of a comfort zone. So really, the chicken, it means, you know, they don't want to step out of their comfort zone. The chicken deals with threats by withdrawing or quitting or running away or even combusting whatever reinforces feelings of inadequacy. So the chicken will either grow stronger and develop warrior instincts or fainter and choose to don a feathered breastplate, the armor of the lily-livered. So there's that. Okay. It's not always about being too afraid to do anything. Sometimes it's about choices, you know? It's making a decision. Like it's being at a crossroad. It's choosing, do I wish to, you know, do what I just read. Anyhow. So you've got the chicken here and you've got the sun, both in the near future together. You've got the Ace of Swords as the lens that's being looked through. So there's a new beginning. The truth is out. The truth is here. Everybody can see the truth regarding regarding divination tools. So this could be out on everybody's cards. Everybody might be pulling it right now. We got the Five of Cups in the environment. So there is an acceptance of a loss. It's sorrow, moving on. Horseplay. So no more horsing around. Because the world is a completion, the celebration of life, a victory, a Six of Wands. Wow, could it really be over? Oh, for love, a victory for love, guys. And this is the end. You've got the Death card here. And invisible. You know what I just got with that was like invisible as in fortified. Some people aren't going to like it because they've probably never been alone in their head with whoever might be visiting them. But then there's others who really enjoy the silence and, you know, not getting attention. So this is really kind of cool. You've got the ending of something and then invisibility, like there's no more mental spying. That's how I picked that up. There's no more mental spying. There's no more like manipulation. It's like that solitude, right? Where once again it's simple. It's you're all alone in your own mind, you know. You may have become accustomed to having hundreds of people linked up, and I don't know, you know, maybe that'll be a different form of telepathy where it'll seem hushed and yet intimately connected. Unlike AI, you know, which is more squeaky wheel, clangety clang, you know, loudness. That's my perception. On the bottom of the deck, we've got remember. Oh, look at that, guys. We're gonna remember the evermores. Like bloodlines or whatever, coming back together, getting married, hooking back up. The conscientious people who were martyred into fatherless homes had to pull themselves up out of a hole, man. But they did it, and now they have an understanding of both sides because they lived in the darkness, right? Because they probably visited this grave, you know, after being martyred and stuff, and then they had to like get all intimate with that business, and then they had to like find their way back up out of that. Congratulations! Excellent job. Excellent job. And now there's going to be a change. Now there's going to be a change. So you've got here difficult decisions being made. This Knight of Wands is coming in. The purpose is to be charming and gain a relationship. They're being unpredictable right now. They don't want things to end. They don't want things as they know it to end. They're challenged by a person of privilege, or maybe they're challenged that their status of privilege has a 10 of swords in it. Like it's been completely dismantled or something. They don't want to be in grief. So they're looking at this Queen of Wands and they want to come in and be charming. There's something to do with the prophecy. And happiness. I am aware that being happy means that I am on the right path. We've got the Chariot here, so there's forward movement, and we've got maybe a victory or a journey, some sort of control. And then we've got Witch here in the reverse. So, whoopsie, come here you. And denial. Intentions and expectations. So there's the Chariot with the leadership, and then we've got a Witch in reverse and denial with an 8 of Swords. We've got abundance. I am a limitless being and I can manifest whatever I desire in this physical reality. So that's this leader manifesting whatever they want. This 8 of Swords could be this chicken unsure what to do in the presence of this sun, this rebirth, this celebration. Honesty. Warmth, vitality, positivity, pleasure. The Ace of Swords and the Ouija board. So the divination tools are showing the truth with clarity regarding this new beginning. Somebody doesn't have courage and they don't want to be under judgment. There's a 5 of Cups. There's an acceptance, a loss, a sorrow, a moving on from horseplay. No more playing around. No more playing around. Fear. And hopes and fears. That's in the environment. And in hopes and fears, we've got the world. So it's a completion, a celebration of life, a victory, 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 victory. Excuse me. And love, victory for love, an achievement for love, good fortune for love. Doubt. I release the need to know all the answers. You know, being older, I have been through a few phases of life, and there once was a time when I needed to know everything. I needed to know everything, and I needed to know now. And I lived that, and it was really intense. It was horrid. It was a horrible mindset to be in, but I lived it. And in my younger years, when when a lot of trauma happens for many of us, and right at that time when our hormones are kicking in, and it's just the first few years after or whatever, and they're just, everything is really intense and potent, and all of the chemicals in the body are at their maximum potency, and the body bioform is like in its prime, and just everything is intense. And especially if you've had trauma or you haven't learned how to process your trauma, man, it can be terrible. If you're expecting to know all the answers, oftentimes the only way you can really get through a situation is just releasing the need to know the answers. It's like, I don't know how this is going to turn out, but I'm going to put one foot in front of the other, and I'm going to move forward. Oftentimes that's what winning looks like. Putting one foot in front of the other and not carrying the baggage of needing to know what's going to happen. Trusting your instincts, trusting that connection, trusting that unity with life, and that force that it is. Well, that was a tangent, wasn't it? And then we've got failure in the reverse. So we've got death, end of a cycle, invisible, and failure in the reverse. So whatever this ending is, ending and beginning, this change, it's successful. It's almost like this previous cycle is just it's gonna be made invisible. That transition, that transformation, whatever that previous cycle was, is just going to be like disappearing. Successfully. Acceptance, accepting the things that you cannot change. Somebody's worried about all the adversity that they did, or the adversity that they're going to be going through. They don't know what to do. A lot of orange on the table. Sacral and root. And solar plexus. So difficult decisions are being made. Somebody's wanting to move forward with, and they're being impulsive. They're being unpredictable. They don't want something to end. Their purpose is to be charming or something. This mature woman is under adjudication. Challenged by a Ten of Swords. Challenged because they weren't able to bring grief to this Queen of Wands. Like maybe their status, their privileged status is destroyed because this Queen of Wands is happy. Because the Queen of Wands is happy. Wow, man. It really is that simple. She chose to be happy. There's a mature man here in the challenge position too. Maybe that's the challenge, is that because the main male is here also. It could be that this mature woman's purpose was to come in and, I don't know, these two are like right on top of each other in this challenge position. This mature woman, her mature man, and this main male is right here in the challenge. So they weren't able to cause this main male grief. This mature man has 10 swords in him, and his privileged status is over. Queen of Wands is happy. It's prophecy. Confident, independent, determined. Something's in the courthouse right now. You got the Chariot here, so there's a victory gained, and there's a Witch reversed, and denial. So forward movement, the Chariot, it's like the Witch reversed was denied this Chariot. Like, no, you don't get to get on the Chariot. This leader said so. Oh, marriage. Getting on the Chariot, and the Witch didn't get to get on the Chariot. They got a 8 of Swords. They got a mental restriction or some sort of a restriction. This came out in the upright, but then it slid like that. So it could be that the poverty that this marriage, this couple was under, is being flipped to abundance now, and they are coming into a leader role. This chicken is in an 8 of Swords, and there's the Sun here who's very honest. Oh, and in a courtship, marriage, courtship. The truth is out. And this is over. Everybody can see it in the divination tool. Somebody doesn't have any courage. They don't want to be under judgment, but this is over. There's a coffin here. There's the 5 of Cups, bereavements. Moving on. No more horseplay. They're in fear. They're afraid of somebody who's high honor. The world is completion, wholeness, a celebration of life, a victory, public recognition for love, releasing the need to know all the answers. Something about unexpected income. And this is over. I got the death card here, and then invisible and failure in the reverse. So that's the endings and the beginnings, the omega and the alpha, the brand new beginning. Main female reversed. It hit and then it bounced. There's a death for somebody who's not the main female. They're made invisible. Somebody's concerned about this gift. This thief is getting a message about this privileged lady in the house. There's a change. And they're in bad health now. This pathway is clear. Imagination. In the reverse. This is all too real now. Death again in the reverse. They don't want something to be over. They weren't able to bring an ending about for this main male. This mature man has a 10 swords in him. They weren't able to bring grief or an ending for this main male. But the mature man has 10 swords in him. Painful endings. Painful endings for his privileged status. They're wanting to apologize. They're in court with this Queen of Wands prophecy. She's happy. She's a happy person. They were dominating. They were trying to dominate a happy person. They were trying to dominate a happy, determined, and confident person. Queen of Wands. Fire. Focused. Full of life. Joy. Joy and happiness. Prophecy. She's okay. So there's a victory here for this marriage. There's a denial of this witch reversed. They don't get to go on an adventure. They're in an 8 of Swords, while these ones are not in poverty. They're abundant, and they're in a leader position. Yeah, this one's in an 8 of Swords. They're being stubborn. They're being arrogant. Chicken. This courtship is honest. This rebirth, this sun, it's sunny, it's joy. It's joy, it's happiness, it's honesty. This chicken didn't live and learn. They didn't learn any lessons. The truth is out. They don't want to be under judgment. They don't have any courage. Everybody can see it using divination tools. This is the end. This couple persevered. This courtship, this marriage, they persevered. And now those who are hosts playing around, they have to stop. They have to move on. They're in fear now of this high honor person. They have to stop messing around with eternal love. They have to stop. They have to move on. And they don't get eternal love. They're afraid they don't get eternal love because they were playing around with it. They tried to destroy it, so they don't get it. We got the world here. It's a completion, a celebration of life. 6 of Wands, a victory. Fate, a victory for love. Who releases the need to know all the answers? It's fate. And it's unexpected income. Somebody who is not the main female is going to be experiencing a death or an ending of some sort. They could be made invisible. And whatever that is, it's going to be successful. It will happen. She won't be able to stop it. Oh. Because why? It could be that she was stopped, that she's no longer able to hide evidence. Or it could be that this is stopped because there's no evidence. There's no evidence that this is the main female. So that this person is stopped because there's no evidence that this is the main female, and there's the death card here, and there's invisible. I wish people would stop playing these games, man. This is serious. Daydream. Profession. They were daydreaming of having this leadership role. And now they're sick because of all the rituals they did. And they want to apologize. But this is the end. This is the conclusion. There's a conclusion. And these ones have to compromise now. These third wheel parties, I don't know what they're going to do. They want to compromise or something. And you're entering into a promise. Or maybe they're being promised risky situations, I don't know. While you're coming into sweet dreams. They're going to be facing homelessness because they took so many bribes. They took so many bribes to try to curse. They took so many bribes to curse somebody who loves themselves. And they were coming into a mega project in a family, and they cursed this person who loves themselves. And they're protesting because they're in danger now. Well, I'm going to leave that one there. And I'll see you all on the next one.